So, welcome to another episode of Candid with KK. Joining me today is Amitosh Singh, one of my all time favorite players who has played IPL for Mumbai Indians. He's been a part of the winning team of 2014 and he's played domestic cricket for Punjab. Currently, he's playing domestic cricket in Holland as well as New Zealand. So, welcome to the show, Amitosh.
Thank you so much.
How are you?
Thank you so much, Kevin. All good, all good. How are you? Been a long time, man.
I'm very good. I'm so excited to talk to you because I've played against you also and I've shared the dressing room with you also.
I know.
And you're one of the funniest people on and off the field both.
Yeah, I remember all those memories. I really cherish them. It's really good to connect with you. It's been really long. I have all those school memories where we used to go and play IPSC tournaments. Yeah, so
Absolutely.
yeah, it's wonderful.
Absolutely. So, Amitosh, you've recently had an amazing body transformation.
Yep.
How and what was the motivation behind it?
So how it happened in December 2019, like I was being honest, I was weighing 95 kgs, and I had no idea where my life was going, and I had no intention to lose weight. I was happy with the way it was going, but I met a mentor in New Zealand. He used to play cricket in New Zealand, and this guy came to me and he was like, "Hey, I like the way you bat, and you got enough cricket left in you, so I just want you to get fit." And I kind of ignored his thing. I was like, "Yeah, whatever, that's fine, like I'm done with cricket." But one day I woke up, I saw myself in the mirror and I was like, "Dude, that's not you." Because during IPL time, I used to be super fit. I was like, "What's wrong with you?" And then that day I promised myself, I need to work on my body, and to get control over my body, I had to get control over my mind. And then I promised myself, I'm not gonna wake up like this ever again. That was the day, that was the motivation I had, and I was like, that's it, I need to get fitter. So I started.
And what was the process like?
The first thing is, to control your diet. I guess just because I was away from my home, I was in New Zealand, I was eating a lot of junk food and all of the things, but yeah, so first was to control my diet. As they say, the first 21 days are really important. They make it a habit. So yeah, there was a time I was biting my pillows because I was so hungry, but I promised myself I'm not going to do that. Yeah, it was hard for the first 21 days. So then I followed a routine. I knew what I had to do to lose weight. I was doing my cardio and core session in the morning, and then cricket practice, and then a bit of strength in the evening, and then good diet. So yeah, eventually I saw my abs popping out. I was like, yeah, I'm on the right course now. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So you've been playing cricket for now over almost 20 years,
Almost, yeah.
somewhere
You're right
around
on that.
much time.
Yeah.
So when and how did it start? Was it gully cricket to club cricket?
Yes,
Yes,
it is. I guess it is. We used to live in an apartment society in Delhi, and there was a small park over there. And then my dad just wanted me to go and play sports, be it any sport. So I remember, my friends, they were playing cricket, and I went there. And naturally, I had those few shots, and my dad was like, "Oh, there's a summer camp coming up. I would like you to join it." I was like, "Yeah, I'm excited." But first few years were more fun, outdoor activities. But then around the age of 10, I realized I love this game. I want to be a cricketer. That's how I got enrolled in an academy. My coach, Gurcharan Singh sir, Dronacharya Academy, I was there. So that's how I realized, this is my thing. I just want to play cricket and, try and play for India.
So then, you obviously were from Delhi, born and brought up there for the start portion. Then you shifted to Punjab, and you were studying there in YPS Patiala. And then you started playing for Punjab.
Yes.
So it never you never wanted to play for Delhi, or it just happened so naturally?
There was a time I was selected in 48 probables for Delhi under 15, and we had 3 practice games. Virat Kohli was playing in that as well. And out of 3 games, I scored 200 runs over there, but I was never picked in the squad, and I was heartbroken. I was like, they can't do this. I was 13 years old, and I told my dad,
I've been there.
I was like, I don't know how to cope with that. It's hard when you scored and they don't pick you, and you know how it works in Delhi. So my coach, he advised, that same year we went to UK to play for club cricket for a month, and over there I scored 1,000 runs. So there was a coach from Patiala. He was traveling with us. So my coach hooked me up with him, and he was like, "Why don't you take this guy to Patiala? If he performs, you make him play for Punjab." So that's how I took admission in YPS Patiala, moved into hostel, and with God's grace, I performed really well. So they picked me for under 17 Punjab and under 19 Punjab in the same year.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's how it started.
That's rare.
Yeah.
That's rare. Yeah, wonderful. So then you started playing in like Punjab, first class cricket for Punjab.
Yeah, I played all the age groups there, and then I
All
shifted to
the age group, and then as you graduated to first class cricket. So then you had like two, that time current, they were like stalwarts in the Indian team, Harbhajan Singh and Yuvraj Singh in the same dressing room. So what was it like, because earlier we were all see them on TV,
Right.
and then you're sharing the same dressing room with them. What was that feeling like?
Before making my debut, I remember before that year, I was in the squad. I didn't play a single game. My coach told me, we just want you to have, gain that experience. And then one day I got to know Harbhajan Singh and Yuvraj Singh, they're coming and they're going to play with us. I was like, that's more like a dream come true. So first few days, I was just staring at them. It was like I was noticing how they prepare, how they talk, how they walk, all those things. And then, but on the field, why I say they were true professionals. But off the field, they were like elder brothers. And it was really nice, because before meeting them, I always thought, international players, they are a bit arrogant, they have this attitude. But now, off the field, they were more like brothers and family. So, yeah, learned a lot from them, how to behave yourself off the field, how to look like a professional, how to approach. Yeah.
True that. So, but I mean, Punjab, as it is, like it's considered the funniest state in India.
Actually.
So yeah, it is. As a fact, like Punjabis, the moment you crack a joke, like because I'm a Punjabi, I get said, "Arey Punjabi hai na, to joke maar raha hai," like something like that. So, what is the vibe in the dressing room? Is it like all banter and things like those going on?
It's similar to YPS Patiala because you played in YPS Patiala. So you just see YPS Patiala and YPS, I would say Ranji Trophy players playing in YPS Patiala. So there is banter, but it's funny banter, like everyone knows their thin line. But whenever you come to Punjab's dressing room, it's going to be all Punjabi music on. Even if you're losing the game, it has to be on. So just to keep the mood up. I remember there was this funny story. We were playing against Mumbai, and they had a solid team. They had Wasim Jaffer, Ajit Agarkar, Zahir Khan, Rohit Sharma, Ramesh Pawar. And first inning, we scored 570 runs and we won the first inning lead. And we were so happy because to beat Mumbai in Mumbai, it's a big thing. And
it's a very big
thing. We
were
dancing in the dressing room. Everyone, Yuvraj Singh, her parents, we were dancing. It's a big victory, And then,
absolutely,
all we had to do is survive 15 overs to draw the game. Dude, we got all out for 50 runs. There was this guy, Ankit Chaman, he took 9 wickets and we had no idea what happened to us. We were dancing, we were making videos. It's a big victory for us. We were celebrating it. And then luckily we draw the game. So yeah, we won the game. That was really funny.
But you guys got how many? No, you said you lost the match.
No.
Or you didn't.
We won the first inning game.
Yeah.
And then we had to draw it. Like second innings, you just have to.
Second innings.
So they have a target of 150 runs in 15 overs. So they made 110. So and the overs got off.
Okay, but they got you out very cheaply.
Yeah. We were dancing. Man. We were like, that's it. So that's how
that's typical Punjab. Like we celebrate early.
Yeah, we do, man. We do. Like
लड़की हाँ भी नहीं बोलती, हम शादी का प्लान कर लेते हैं. That's very typical of us.
देखा बस ये.
Yeah, वो देख के कर लेते. So I mean, as a player, like, do you have any superstitions, so to speak, like before right pad पहले पहनूंगा, left pad पहले पहनूंगा, something like that? I
don't call it a superstition, but I would say it's a routine for me. So, because I grew up watching Sachin Tendulkar, he was my idol, right? And then, so I got to know that he binds his left pad first. I was like, I'm gonna do the same.
Yeah.
So till date, I do the same thing. And then, so yeah, when I sit on the chair before going in, I need to have a black cup of coffee next to me, my gloves and my pads, same exact position. If anyone touches it, I go crazy. Like, you are not supposed to do
Yeah,
that. Yeah, I'm in my zone
Absolutely.
right now. So it's more like a
Yeah.
routine, not superstition.
Yeah.
But yeah, I follow it every single time.
But ऐसा like you have that thing that अगर right pad पहन लिया तो आज जल्दी out हो जाऊंगा
I've
गलती
never
से.
tried that.
You never
Yeah,
had, that's
I've
never
never
happened.
tried that. So it's more like a habit now.
Okay.
So left pad ही बाहर निकलता है हमेशा.
So you've been a part of the IPL with Mumbai Indians. You were there in 2013, 2014. 14 you guys ended up winning the IPL. And how was that experience? Because you know IPL has done a lot of good for Indian cricket.
Yep.
So what was that experience like? Because you were sharing the dressing room with like Sachin for that matter was I guess a part that time.
Yep.
Yeah, so he was there. Herschel Gibbs was there. Rohit Sharma was leading the side in 2014. So what was that experience like?
First, I remember it was my first class season went really well. I scored 600 runs over there. I was averaging 83. And one day, one of my senior, he called me and he was like, "Oh, Harbhajan Singh is asking for your number." I was like, "Yeah, like mazak na karo yaar. Like, why are you like pulling my leg?" I was like, "No, I'm serious. Look at the text." I was like, "Okay, fair enough." And then he called me and he was like, "Oh, like there's a camp and you need to go there in Baroda. You need to perform. If you do well, you might get picked up." And so like performance was really nice. Manager Rahul Sangvi called me, "We are signing you." I remember the first day when I went to the ground where all the teams they were practicing because Punjab and Baroda they were playing a final in Syed Mushtaq Ali T20. So
Okay.
camp पहले शुरू
The
हो गया
domestic.
था. Yeah. So मैं 4 दिन बाद गया हूँ and everyone was there, you know. But सबसे पहले I was looking for Sachin Tendulkar. I was like, there he is. The first few days I was like, I have no idea where am I right now.
मंदिर में घुस के भगवान को ही ढूंढता है इंसान.
Exactly. And then I was looking for a chance how to have a conversation with him. So I really don't know what question I asked him. It was a stupid question, but I just wanted to have a word with him. And then he was like, "Yeah, you know, meet me in the dressing room." I went there. Karan, trust me on this. I don't remember what he told me. I was mesmerized by his charm. There was a noor on his way. I was like, "Wow, this guy is in front of me right now. This is what I've dreamt of." He was there. And then next year, Ricky Ponting came in. I was like, "What? I am." This is that. I'm really happy with this. Like, this is dream come true. And then we won the trophy. It was in Kolkata, I remember. And the last ball when we won the game, it was a tight game. When we won there, for the team, I was really happy. But personally, I was like, you know, you scored and you won the IPL. It's an amazing achievement. And you know, I had goosebumps, and we celebrated really well. Everyone was closing together. You know, the team unity was stand out. Yeah, it was an unbelievable experience for me.
That's a very rare people get to experience that.
I know. I'm really grateful for that.
So any particular advice like from Ricky Ponting or Sachin or any of your coaches in the past that is, you know, always stuck with you in your head?
Say something from Ricky Ponting because I always wanted to play pull shots like him. I know I cannot do that.
Everybody wants to do that.
But then he just told me never be scared of the ball. Be fearless. You know, even if it hits you, don't worry. You know, next ball, try it again. So he was kind of explaining me the process. You know, focus on the next ball. Focus on the next ball. And second was my coach for my first class season, Vikram Rathod. I guess the way he explained to me how batting works was really important for the season. Like in Mohali, you know, we play in the winters, you know, the ball does a lot. So he was like, one day I was getting beaten up by every single delivery, and he was like, you know what, you're on my team, you're gonna play the game, but don't worry, this thing can happen to any batsman, be it Sachin, be it you. It's the nature of the pitch. So focus on the next ball, try and play. So those few advice really helped me, and I guess I'm still sticking to those advice in my cricket.
So in 2018, you took a retirement of sorts from BCCI.
Yeah.
And then you moved to New Zealand to play.
Yeah.
What was the motivation behind that?
See, I was apart from cricket, I love traveling. So what I do is I travel and play cricket. So be it I played club cricket in UK for 4 years, and then I played played in Amsterdam for 3 years, and then New Zealand for 4 years. So all I wanted to play cricket. I wasn't getting opportunity in India. I played for Saurashtra in first class as well. And then Robin Singh sir from Mumbai Indians, he called me one day and he was like, "Are you interested to play T10 Dubai?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm available." But for that, because of BCCI rules, I had to take retirement. Like, so I had to take it, so I took it, and then so just because I was out of BCCI, so then after playing the T10 Dubai, which we won, it was amazing. Then I told myself, now that I'm out of India, I just need to travel and play cricket around the globe. But then when I went to New Zealand, it was altogether a different experience. The cricket was very nice. People were amazing, very helpful, very welcoming. So then my primary focus was to play cricket in New Zealand and then graduate to first class cricket over there.
A lot of our young viewers must be really interested in knowing that Holland and Amsterdam, as a matter of fact, has cricket.
Yeah, I know.
So,
I had no idea about that.
A lot of young kids would be fascinated to play there.
I had no idea as well. So one of my friends who was playing there, Taruvar Kohli, he contacted me. He was like, "Are you available?" I was like, "Yeah." Plus that in Amsterdam, I'm in. Send me the tickets right away.
Who says no to Amsterdam?
Yeah, that's how I went there.
So what is the future plan for you in your head? Because right now we're so down with the pandemic and everything.
I know.
How does whenever it starts, what's your future plan?
See, right now I've been offered a contract in New Zealand again, so I'm looking forward to it. But it all depends on the COVID situation and how it works. So right now I'm just trying to keep myself fit. Whatever basics I can do, wherever cricket I can find, I just go and play, trying to be in the game, not to lose touch, because recently in New Zealand I scored 1,200 runs. So I just want to continue that form, so that whenever the opportunity comes to me, I'm ready to go. So most probably, I guess if everything settles down, I'm gonna go to New Zealand from there and start playing cricket up there.
Wonderful. So let's kind of sort of have a rapid fire round of sorts. Okay. So you can just pick one.
Okay.
Like, because you've played and been so close to international cricketers and have an understanding of cricket. I thought your opinion does really matter in this.
Okay.
So I'll give you 3 options here: Joe Root, Steve Smith, or Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli. Okay. Patriotism or just you find him actually?
Because I've seen him since childhood. We started playing cricket together when we were 9 years old. I've seen that man growing. I know what he was and what he is now. His commitment level, the way he is keeping himself so fit, his energy, it's commendable. So I respect that. Yeah.
Okay, so few batsmen from the past: Sachin Tendulkar, Brian Lara, Ricky Ponting.
Tough one, but here I'm gonna go for Sachin Tendulkar. Yeah, he was the reason we started playing cricket. I started.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so as an Indian, I would say we. So
every 90s kid says
I
that.
know,
Yeah. Okay, the better captain, Saurav Ganguly or Mahendra Singh Dhoni?
Mahendra Singh Dhoni.
Okay, this will be a tough one for you. Harbhajan Singh or Yuvraj Singh?
Singh.
Harbhajan Singh.
Anytime.
That was easier than I thought it would be. Mitchell Johnson or Zaheer Khan?
Mitchell Johnson. Because he was scary.
Okay. Yeah, he was scary. Dale Steyn or James Anderson?
James Anderson.
Okay, since you're an all-rounder, Jack Callis or Ben Stokes? Ben Stokes. Jonty Rhodes or Herschel Gibbs?
Herschel Gibbs.
That'll be all.
Yeah, lovely.
It was an amazing conversation to have. I look forward to speaking you sooner and meeting you in India probably.
Very soon. Hopefully, yeah.
Whenever you're flying, get a plane here also.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much, Amitos.
You're welcome, Karan.
It was great speaking with you.
Same here, brother.
Take care, buddy.
All right. Thank you so much.
I'll see you soon.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Okay. Have a great season ahead.
Thank you so much, man. You too. Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye.